Hello everyone, welcome back to the Russian Tsardom. Last time we took Constantinople as well as much of Eastern Europe here. This time around, we are going to first consolidate economically, since we do have a rather poor economic situation here, by centralizing building roads, building buildings, etc. And then we'll continue our expansion into Asia, Central Asia, as well as the Eastern frontier. Currently, I'm going to be also focused on colonization. You'll see that our colonization efforts are actually rather fast because of our values as well as our policies. So we should be able to settle the Siberian frontier rather quickly. Let's get started right away. So first, we're going to start off by balancing the budget. Since we did take out a number of loans while we were trying to fight the Ottomans, I had to take out some loans to hire mercenaries in order to ensure that we get a win. Another aspect is just integrating the provinces we actually conquered. Since Constantinople is not yet integrated, integrating will give it a lot of benefits. We're also going to try our best to maybe even make more subjects in the areas we don't control, since a lot of things such as the cost of port is based on our wealth base, and we're just not controlling a lot of land here. The other thing that would help a lot, which we haven't not got yet, is the paved roads down here, which we will research soon. This will actually help our control into the areas that we don't, and Russia does have a lot of proximity reforms, which is very good. Not that one, but yeah, this one, etc. So with the paved roads, we should have a much easier time controlling our land and finally being able to make more money. Damn, right as we are trying to improve our economic situation, there's a great fire in Moscow, destroying a bunch of fires and a bunch of things. Some masterpieces of art. That's unfortunate. Damn, that's crazy. Well, that's unfortunate. Lost 3,000 people in Moscow there. Pretty sure there's a follow-up event to that too, where we can try to rebuild Moscow a bit after the fire. I mean, I guess not the only fire that's going to happen in Moscow, given what's happened recently in the Ukraine war. But we'll get fix this one. Here we are. We got Ivan Savenskorsky. I don't think I pronounced that correctly. Anyways, we can invite him to court, and he can set up an interesting government action to allow us to annex subjects faster. I think he's somewhere. No, I don't know where he is. I forgot. Yeah, he's somewhere in here, but yeah, we'll invite him to court and place him immediately within our cabinet. Probably, let's just replace. Let's go ahead and replace him. The guy, Ivan, we put into the cabinet is now doing some nice work. Let's see, what do we have? Yeah, so we are going to get access to the Psosky action, which increases our diplomatic annexation efficiency as well as diplomatic reputation. Honestly, a pretty nice deal. So we're going to quickly click this option here, and we may even get him to go ahead and do that once he finishes converting Byzantium into Orthodoxy. We also have access to the Aptarsky cabinet action, which gives us an extra 5% disease resistance, which is actually quite good. So let's go ahead and do that. I think there is currently a plague going on. What plague is happening? Is that smallpox, I think? Maybe we can get our guy here to try to increase our plague resistance so that we don't lose as many people from this plague. Let's go ahead and do it. I guess, we'll put it in a province. I guess we'll just put it in Moscow for now. Now that we've gone and stabilized our country, our economy is already doing much better as our tax base starts to explode. I am currently doing, what is this, like 7 or 8 different colonial charters at once, because we do really need to expand all the way to the end of Siberia. It's also a good moment because the Great Ming seems to be rather weak at this current time. So it may be a good opportunity for us to eventually go east and try to invade China. But we'll see what we can do there. But we have to get there first. We are also going to go ahead and embrace global trade here. While we are not going to immediately research the technologies of global trade, we are going to need them for the future. Particularly, a few are pretty useful, such as where did it go? Imperial Ambitions, yeah, which gives us extra speed of annexation, which will be very, very helpful indeed. Also, just every single production technology, because we are going to want to increase our economic output here. We also have the colonization by the Cossacks, which will be very helpful in our expansion towards the east. We got St. Basil's Cathedral here, which is a pretty nice work of art that can be created in Moscow, so we're gonna go ahead and do it. It's pretty expensive, but we only need to take out one loan, so it really isn't much of an issue. We got a war goal of the Ottoman Empire here, and I've gotten them out of the coalition against me, so we're gonna quickly take more land from them. Hopefully we'll wipe them out in a World War II. I did hear from some of you last time that threatening war is a better way of doing it, so I'm going to go ahead and just threaten war on Smyrna here. And I suppose that the Ottomans said no, so it's time for us to go ahead and win this war here. Let's raise our levies. We got Polsnik Turov here, who is a visionary creator. Let's invite him to our court. We'll also try to get this Ottoman army here in a moment. I think they might be going for my army in Constantinople, so I'll send another 39,000 men over to try to help with that. Otherwise, we could potentially get them to be stuck right here. Let's just try to make sure that Constantinople holds. Even if it doesn't, we have professional troops coming right on in. There we are, pretty good battle, and they're now retreating. Alright, Ottomans are fully destroyed. I am going to go ahead and take some of the land here over here in Greece, as well as their capital, Smyrna, as well as getting them to annul all treaties with the Jalarids. We'll continue to fight them in the future here. Let's go ahead and super peace. Very, very nice. Thank you very much, Ottomans, for your land. We'll probably get these two vassals, since we cannot control it anyways. Finally, we've unlocked the paved roads, which is a very important advancement, since we're going to need it in order to control even more of the land that we own. I'm going to be doing a road building campaign for the next probably few decades, just so that we can maintain higher control for our individual local governors. Got a pretty nice minister here, Malyuta Kermshaskev. I think it's a executioner during this time period under Ivan the Terrible or something, so we're gonna quickly grab him. We're not really in that period though, because the whole Ivan the Terrible kind of chain did not trigger, so we just have a, well, nicer nation, I suppose. Let's go ahead and continue our economic project in order to make the nation better. Let's go ahead and use our parliament in order to expand into the Central Asia. We're going to attack Transoxiana, as well as these guys here very soon. Here, let's just go ahead and get rid of that, so we can fabricate a casus belli on Turkestan. We will go ahead and threaten war here, and hopefully that will be enough to get them to... Oh, they're actually going to say yes. Well, you know what? I'll take a free province. Why not? Here we go. Thank you. Alright, well, now we have Turkestan. We got a religious war goal on the Jalarids. Let's go ahead and, I guess, threaten that war as well, just to see if it gets us anywhere. Here we go. Apparently, they will just say yes, so that's it's rather annoying. Maybe I'll just declare the war regularly then. That way, it's a little bit easier for us to actually fight. Persia and these guys will also join, but that should be fine. We're gonna try to go into the Persian region anyways, so this will be well worth it. Let's go ahead and declare this war, get our troops over to Astrakhan, and start raising some levies as well to fight them. We got our next government reform. For this, I think I'm actually going to go for the transportation code, because I really need lower cost of road building, since we do have so many roads that we need to build. Let's go ahead and grab the transportation code here. Additionally, I'll say that this patch, I've not been having a great time with war. I think the main issue is just that they changed supply up so dramatically that I really gotta just learn the system again. So I'm probably going to be building a lot more supply units from now on in order to actually supply our troops, because currently it is impossible to push into any nation at all without the entire army's morale going to zero. So we're going to have to work on that. Alright, finally we're able to defeat the Jalarids. Holy mercenary spam is annoying right now. I think I'm honestly just gonna focus my entire economy on only producing money, so we can just hire infinite mercenaries when we're in wars, because levies do actually nothing right now in this patch. This is so ridiculous. Anyways, let's go ahead and disband our levies here, because they're pretty much useless anyways. And they decrease our production ability, which is not great. I think in this patch, just gotta hire as many mercenaries as you can. That's just a strat. It's time to get the Ottomans out of Europe. I declared a war on them without a casus belli because our truce was up and I didn't want them to join the coalition. Excuse me there. We're just going to take all the land that they have in Europe, as well as a little bit in Smyrna, and then we'll continue our conquest of them in the future. Let's go ahead and take this very, very nice peace deal. This should ensure that they have a pretty long truce with us. I believe 15 years. A bit less, but, you know, roughly there, which is perfectly fine. We're going to continue to integrate their provinces, and we'll take them down before they can join the coalition, which Hungary and Sweden has against me. Additionally, our colonization over here has reached the Baikal Lake, so we are going to start exploring some of the hidden land here over in Siberia. These colonies are growing relatively fast for how far they are away from Moscow, which is very, very nice indeed. We're going to want to try to colonize this as fast as possible so we can potentially invade China and set up a local governor there, which should be very profitable due to how many people live in China. We are going to call a increase our control parliament action here, since our crown power is not the greatest, so I would like to build more counting houses. And, well, this is a lot of counting houses. Let's go ahead and try to pass that. Ooh, the nobles want tax exemption. We could grant it to them for 5 years, but it would put a dent on our economy. I guess we'll have to do it. Basically, we're gonna be making no money for the next 5 years in exchange for having a bunch of counting houses built for extremely cheap. Interesting, we found this lost artwork, Our Lady of Kazan, and we can have it displayed, which is very nice indeed. I've been also working on the economic situation, and we're probably just gonna refrain from wars except against the Ottomans for a while, so we can try to improve our economic situation to be even better. Of course, we'll continue our colonization efforts to the east. We do, after all, have to try to reach Alaska before the Spanish do, and well, I think the Spanish are probably already colonizing the Americas, so we gotta hurry up there. We got the subjugation of Ivan Bolonikov, who is a rebellious Cossack slave. I guess we'll just go with the historical option. I'm not sure what he's gonna do, but you know what? That's fine. Let's just go ahead and press that. We're still developing our economy. Our task base is doing a little bit better, but it could be even higher. So we're going to continue to develop it until probably around 1600, and then we'll continue our military campaigns again. We have researched the borough privileges, which is very good indeed, since we can now grant urban rights regarding production. I think for Constantinople, since the production here is silk, we're going to grant textile rights for extra dyes, cloth, and fine cloth output. Let's go ahead and grant that to Constantinople over here. Up next, for Moscow, I think it will be wise for us to go ahead and grant it 2 privileges. What is Moscow currently producing the most of? Also cloth, but yeah, the most profitable is paper. We can give it a printer's guild workshop or privilege, whatever it's called. Printing rights, yeah, I think that would be probably good for Moscow. And then we'll also quickly grant a privilege over to Kiev over here. Perhaps we'll make it into... What does Kiev produce right now? Let's see. So, printers... I think we'll have to do a tooling workshop elsewhere. You know what? Instead, let's just quickly make Moscow into a granary town as well, so that we'll have more food in the city. And just in time, we can quickly recover our legitimacy with the clerical endorsement, and we'll be granting more rights every 5 years when the clerical endorsement returns. So it turns out that the guy we released earlier decided to start an uprising. I have no idea. I think we'll just offer leniency. We don't need that much serfdom anyways. It's perfectly fine for us to just leave a bit of leniency. In addition, we'll continue to integrate the provinces. We're actually nearly done with the integration. I say nearly done, and there's still like 50 provinces to integrate. But we'll get them done hopefully by the end of this age, so we don't have to do so much integration all the time, and we can focus our parliament on other matters. So we got a bureaucracy here. I think for us, the Board of Revenue is probably just the best because we are lacking in funds, and I would like some funds. Let's go ahead and enact that, which costed... Oh, wow, that costed 20 legitimacy. That is crazy. Alright, well, I guess we'll have to try to recover our legitimacy here. Maybe... through other means, but we do get an extra cabinet seat as well, which is very nice, so we can do even more integrations here. Our truce with the Ottoman Empire is up, so we can now declare war on them. Let's see if we can threaten war here, whether or not... So they won't accept if we go for a Schlier, so let's go ahead and ask for that. Very good, we're going to just take Aydin here. And we should be able to win this fairly convincingly. Let's go ahead and just raise a few levies over here in Constantinople. We'll just fight a few defensive battles, raise a few mercenaries, and we should be good here. The Ottomans are trying to take Bursa. Big mistake. Or not Bursa, whatever the city is called. It's called Nomid. Big mistake by them, because they are going to have a pretty unfavorable battle here. Very nice. We still lost more men somehow. That's just the beauty of Russia. Even when you win, you lose men. That's very cool. I am going to probably just take out a loan and hire a mercenary here, since it's probably the most effective way to actually beat them. I don't really want to waste any more of my population. We'll just go ahead and quickly grab a mercenary here. We got the Moskova artillery yard as well, which is a pretty nice deal because this building actually gives us incredibly high artillery power, lower build costs, and extra monthly research progress. Very good indeed. This is in addition to the fact that very soon we will be able to research the Russian artillery yard over here as well to give us even more power and artillery build cost. That is pretty nice indeed, and we'll continue with our war here. Got our mercenaries here. Let's... I don't even think we need to send the main troop. We can just send the mercenaries, I'm pretty sure. Get them here, recover morale for 1 second, and then they should be able to win this battle fairly convincingly here. Oh, my subject won it. Oh, same thing. Mercenaries are just busted, so you should always use them in wars when you can. Alright, here we are. Let's go ahead and take this peace deal here. We should be able to finish off the Ottoman Empire in 2 or 3 more wars here. And will hopefully not occur too much progressive expansion with this peace deal here. Very, very nice. Let's see. Yeah, okay, Egypt wants to join. I'm gonna try to see if I can get them out, because I don't really want them to mess around here. I would prefer they don't do anything. Could we just profess trust with them or something? And then... Okay, maybe they will not join now. I have no idea. Let's go and see. Welcome back. There was a patch change between the last recording and this one. It is now patch 1.3.6, which has drastically improved the mercenary situation by making sure there's... Oh, that's the wrong... the army mercenaries. Making sure there's a lot less mercenaries now you can hire. You can see here that I can barely even hire any more mercenaries now, which is great. But, so we should see levies become actually more important again. They reduced the mercenary size to about 8% of what it used to be, which is a 12.5 times decrease, so that's always good to hear. Anyways, I don't know what happened in this update, but our economy is doing much better. We're just making a lot more ducats now that the update happened. I think the update drastically also started calculating cost of goods different, because our building maintenance went down by, I think, 100 ducats a month. So I mean, all in all, pretty good stuff. Anyways, let's go ahead and declare war on Transoxiana here. We will be up against the Corenas as well. We don't have to co-belligerent them. I just want to try to take some land in Central Asia here. We're going to quickly use the religious war. I don't think we can threaten war here because if we do threaten war, they're just going to accept. So we're going to instead just go for religious war here. Very, very good. Let's go ahead and raise a few mercenaries here as well to help us fight, since mercenaries are still helpful but reduced in helpfulness due to their limited number. But we can probably grab this one from Georgia, just send it over here, and we'll also grab another one. Oh, the one I was looking for. Oh, I guess we can go for this one, but that's pretty far away, huh? Yeah, that's pretty far. Well, we'll figure it out. We got the Domostray revisions here, which allows us to increase our cultural influence. Alternatively, go towards traditionalists, which I don't know why you want. Increase the loyalty of the priests, or we can do less unit food consumption for 5 years. I'll just go for extra influence. We are culture converting fairly well right now. You can see right here. So I would like to continue this trend. Additionally, our explorations has led us to discover a route all the way to Japan, which we're going to promptly colonize. I have no idea what state Japan is in. It looks like they're in, well, not the Shinto panel, the Japanese shogunate. Seems like they're in some sort of division of clans. I'm actually not sure how Japan works in general in this game. Maybe I'll do a video on it eventually. But we're going to try to probably colonize Hokkaido for ourselves and maybe invade Japan in the process. I am also looking to perhaps invade these guys here. They are allied with these guys. I may have to build up my professional armies because it's going to be basically impossible to march my troops across the entire Siberian tundra in order to get to these guys. So we're probably going to need professional armies and maybe build a town or two here to set up food supplies before we try to invade. Apparently the price of salt is too expensive in the country, so we can grant them the exemption from salt, which actually isn't that bad because we don't need to tax the commoners that much because they're not the main source of our money. Our main money comes from the boyars as well as the merchants. So I'm happy to do that. We can't recover immediately though, but we should be able to recover legitimacy anyways. I've also just unlocked the local council, which means I will be building it throughout. I have been working on counting houses, and you'll see that counting houses have been built in pretty much all the major locations that we own. So this should increase our crown power significantly in the areas which is taxable and increase our revenue greatly. We also have the Shrunganov School here, where we can build a school of iconic art, allowing us to increase our religious icon power, as well as increase our number of artists. Seems like a pretty good idea. I don't see why not. Let's go ahead and construct that building. I am also thinking of potentially fighting Hungary again, but they have allied themselves with the Bohemians, which means we should probably get more professional troops before we go in. I think I will just go after Russia for now though, and maybe set our sights on some of the eastern nations here. We have Ivan Gramotin here, who is a diplomat of exceptional skill. Let's invite him to our court, and instead of getting this guy to manage it, we will get the other guy to manage the wrong thing. Let me quickly change the cabinet member here to this new guy we got, Ivan Gramatin. I believe there are events associated with him as well, which is very nice indeed. We'll continue our colonization as well of Siberia here. We're almost at the final frontier. I believe this is a few more provinces to go, and we'll be at the edge of Siberia into Manchuria, which will be very good indeed. We're also going to declare war on Sweden as soon as possible, given the fact that Hungary actually left the coalition against me while they're fighting the war against Bohemia, so we'll declare war on Sweden this year. We got the event right after, the Eloquent Diplomat, which allows us to increase our speed of annexation to plus 50% for 10 years, which is actually quite nice. Let's go ahead and do that. currently annexing Saratov, and this, while we'll not annex them super fast, will mean that we'll get them by 1622, which is pretty nice indeed. It is rough though, as Russia to try to excuse me, to try to get as much annexations done once you have created these subjects, but it's alright. We'll try to annex them either way. Okay, time for us to declare a dual war on both the Ottomans as well as the Swedish. This is a pretty nice war as well, because we don't have to involve the bunch of allies that the Ottomans have, with making it much easier for us to actually go into this war. Let's go ahead and take North Livonia here. Very, very nice indeed. We'll send our troops over to siege down the fort, and we should send some levies up north in order to get rid of the Swedish troops up north. In the south, we should be able to take care of the Ottomans with some of our levies here and some of our mercenaries that we can hire with our immense wealth. Alright, the war against Sweden is going fairly well, but I gotta put down this rebellion over here. The Ottomans have got all their troops over here. Hopefully this will be a fairly nice battle here. Looks like it. I mean, we lost more men, but it's a win. And a win's a win, in my books. So let's go ahead and continue to occupy Ottoman territory. I might not sue them for that much. Maybe just taking money and a little bit of land, because I actually want them to... I want to get a peace deal with them that is not so bad. Also, we can probably take a nice fight here against the Swedish army. Oh my god. Alright, there we go. All the Swedish are dead. We can ransom them back, which we'll do right before we end the war. Let's go ahead and march further into Swedish territory. We'll definitely take all of Finland and all of, I think it's called the Tula province? I actually am not too sure. Here we are. Let's go ahead and peace out the Ottomans. We're just gonna get them to another treaties with these guys here. Pay us for reps and release all of our slaves. Very, very nice indeed. Thank you very much, Ottomans. And up next is Sweden, who has pretty much unconditionally surrendered. Wait, why can't I... Hello, game? Please let me take the province. Thank you. So we're gonna take all of that, which they somehow managed to take from our allies. By that I mean my subject. I don't know how that happened, but we're going to take it back here. And we'll just take a few more provinces up north here. This looks good, right? Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and take all of that. The aggressive expansion should not be that bad. At least not against anyone significant. Yep, that is correct. Let's go ahead and take this peace deal. Very, very nice indeed. Here we are. Now that's settled, this is a great opportunity for us to increase our army dramatically, given the fact that we have a lot of money and there's no reason for us to not continue hiring more men. We're going to probably try to double our levy size within the next few years in order, well, not levy size, sorry, regular size, in order to invade the Persian Empire, whom I do want to make a subject out of, given the fact that, well, you know, they're rather wealthy, and I want to conquer the Middle East for myself. We got the Soye Bibika Tower. I don't think that's how that's pronounced, but basically in Kazan, there is a lot of diverse peoples or something, so they want to make a masterpiece there. Let's go ahead and do that. It's a pretty nice work of art, I believe. So let's spend 900 ducats on that. We're pretty wealthy anyway, so we don't have to really worry about it too much. We're also going to send our professional army now down to Persia so we can invade the Persian Empire while they do not have any allies. It is 6 in 10 and our army is looking fairly nice here on the border. Let's go ahead and threaten war here with the goal of... oh, we can even steal technology, but not much, so we'll do that later. Anyways, let's go ahead and ask for the Rost location, which you're gonna probably say no to, and we'll start our invasion. I will also be raising a few levies here, just so that we match the troop count of the Persian Empire. We are fighting in their territory, and unfortunately the Persian Empire is fairly defensible, so we're going to want to have some levies in order to back up our professional troops, which I have sent there. I'll probably hire about 10,000 mercenaries as well, although the 30 Years' War is currently happening. and casualties are pretty high, so I imagine a lot of mercenaries are probably fighting in Europe, but we can probably get the Asian ones that are not being used by the Europeans. Very good. Let's go ahead and take the northern provinces from the Persian Empire here. We can probably make a new subject centered around one of these cities here. We'll probably split the Persian Empire into 2 or 3 subjects here in order to get the maximum value out of it. Let's go ahead and take this peace deal. Very, very nice. Very low aggressive expansion. We can actually turn this way up to even decrease the amount of aggressive expansion we take. Very good indeed. Here we are. We're probably going to have to fight the Persian Empire a few more times to get rid of them. But I need to set my eyes on other people, such as the Jalarids, who are currently fighting against the Hasbarids. So we're probably going to declare war pretty much immediately on the Jalarids here. Now that the Jalarids are weak, they're currently fighting an independence war against the Hasbarids and the Eretinids. So let's go ahead and destroy the Jalarids here by taking... Where the fuck are my levies? Hello, game? Please tell me where my levies are, because I do not think I have any raised. Where the fuck are my levies? Okay. You know what? We'll just threaten war. That's probably easier. Yeah, here we go. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and fight the Jalarids here. Should be a fairly easy war. We just gotta take their capital province here, which should not be that big of a deal. I'm also going to go and probably send some... Oh, no, never mind. They're fully recovered. Excellent. Let's go ahead and siege down the fort then. We're going to try to annex the northern part, and then maybe the next war annex the southern part. If they do not collapse by then, we should be able to take all their subjects for ourselves, which would be very nice indeed. Additionally, you may have noticed that in terms of integration, just using this guys as an example, you can see that we have actually mostly integrated every province. There are only a few more provinces which we have not integrated, which should be done before the end of this age. Let's go ahead and continue our war here. Jalarids decided to hire a bunch of mercenaries alongside their subjects who are mysteriously now loyal, so we're going to have to go kill 14,000 of them here. Very good. And just send them back to be executed or something. I couldn't care less. Let's go ahead and take down their troops down south as well. I'm pretty sure they got troops down here who are trying to occupy my lands, but to no avail because we have a better army here. Okay, the Jalarids are sieged down. Unfortunately, we're unable to take all of their northern provinces, so we'll do that next time. Let's go ahead and take all of their land here. Very, very nice. Thank you very much, Jalarids. We're going to give this land over to create... I think Tilbesi is here, yeah, so we're going to make a Georgian subject, and we'll probably quickly try to annex Georgia as well. I'm hoping the Jalarids fall apart so I can eat up these smaller nations, but if they don't, then we'll just have to fight them again and again until we defeat all of them. Our truce with the Persians will be up in 29. The Ottomans we can fight next year, which is very nice. And the Swedish, our truce will be up in 22, and we'll probably fight them as well. Let's get our troops ready to fight the Ottomans here. Let's declare war on the Ottomans. Doesn't seem like we can threaten war, since if we try to, they will just accept. So we're gonna instead just declare war on them normally. Yemen, who is their ally, will not be able to help much, given the fact that they're located so far away. Instead, we'll just raise some levies here, and we should be good to go destroy the Ottomans. I also have a parliament ready here, meaning that I will be using that in order to destroy the Georgians, so that we can make a nice Georgian subject out of them. Let's go ahead and fabricate that casus belli now. What province would be good? Probably something like this, so we get more war score here. Very nice. Let's go ahead and invade Georgia very soon. Okay, we can now sue for peace with the Ottomans. Let's go ahead and grab these provinces over here. It seems like religious war is pretty slow. We're only able to take a few provinces at once. We'll definitely want to threaten war in the future, as long as they're going to refuse. Let's go ahead and take all of this land here. Very, very nice. Thank you very much, Ottomans. We should be coalition slightly more now, yeah, by the Ayyubids and Tunisia. I'm going to improve relations with Tunisia because I think I can get them out of the coalition if they don't need to be. And the rest, since we do have the privilege of having our army out of bounds, we can retreat them to Tilbesi in order to attack Georgia. Georgia is sieged down. Even in their weakened state, Georgia is such a pain to try to get rid of. Holy, I mean, just really, they're so annoying to take care of. Anyways, let's go ahead and grab as much as we can here. Take a bit of aggressive expansion. As long as the Egyptians don't join, I think I should be good. Yeah, the Egyptians are not going to join, so we're perfectly fine. We'll have to do one more war to completely destroy Georgia, but that's okay too. Let's go ahead and take this peace deal here. Very nice. Sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll also make a Georgian subject because I cannot deal with them and I can't deal with their rebellion. We'll just make... Can we make a historical subject here? Not really. I'll just make a custom subject. They should be Orthodox anyways. Oh, maybe they're not. Okay, maybe I should make a historical subject then, so they're Orthodox. Let's make the Alastani, which would be Orthodox. Yes, that's probably good. Into a fiefdom. And Alastani should be... Yeah, looks good. Alright, let's go ahead and give them all the land of Georgia, and they will become the new Georgia. We got a character here, Boris Karachevsky. Chersky? I don't know. Anyways, we'll bring him to court, which makes him, which is actually pretty nice because we get extra tax efficiency and court spending efficiency. And additionally, we should assign him to the cabinet, where he can be useful in terms of giving us new reforms that will happen in a bit. He also just has better abilities, so replacing him is a no-brainer here. Let's go ahead and just do that. In office, Boris Karachevsky decided that he wants to move towards quality and also reduce our government expenses. That sounds like a terrible idea. I think we'll just click the second option here. Why would we listen to this guy? Terrible idea. I mean, quality isn't even that bad, but we are moving towards quality, so there's not really much of a reason to go the other way. Oh, also, I can increase my centralization, probably, with the Orthodox Synod here. I've been using it in order to increase my centralization level, so we're going to try to move more towards centralization here in order to speed up our annexations and increase our proximity efficiency here. We got the overachieving Diak here. This guy wants to make some reforms, which we're going to do. I'm going to go for the Polsovsky Prikaz Excelling, so we get less antagonism, since we're about to declare war on the Eretinids, as well as the Ottomans, and later the Persians. So let's go ahead and grab this option really quickly. We will be declaring war on the Eretinids in a few months, so we'll get our troops in position for that. Let's go ahead and declare war on the Eretinids. I guess we can try to threaten war. Yeah, they're not going to. They're just going to back down, so we'll instead declare the war. Here we are. Georgia will join. We'll take this opportunity to annex them, and these guys will join. We don't really care about them. Let's go ahead and take Siran here. Very, very nice. Poland wants to join as well, which is very nice indeed. We can immediately send our troops in here to try to occupy the Georgians. Hopefully, we'll be able to take down the Georgians first, and then go after Eretnids. The Ottomans will fight soon as well. I don't actually have a war go against them, so I'll be making a spy network right away against them as well. Here's Georgia taken care of. Let's go ahead and quickly annex them. This, we're going to grant their land to Alastani later. And of course, Alastani should be able to form Georgia afterwards, since the Kingdom of Georgia is no more. We can also destroy their patriarchate, which will allow us to get even more religious influence. I honestly have more religious influence than I know what to do with, but I guess we can always canonize for more prestige and legitimacy when we need. So, no reason not to have any. We did take significant losses in the mountains, so we will recover and then go into the Eretnids. We got a war go against Tuva, which we promptly declared, and we can fully annex them now. Let's go ahead and do that. Thank you very much, Tuva, for your land. Songan, we also declared war on, but we got to maneuver our troops over to them. This is one of the things that's kind of annoying about invading the Asian nations around the east is that we gotta take a long time to try to get our troops even over there, even if they're weak. I'm considering maybe invading Korea based on their immense wealth. We just need to get a large enough army there in order to invade them, which we may be able to do in the next age. So I'll be happy to perhaps do that. And we'll continue our invasions into these tribes as well. Ning Chang is another one we'll have to try to invade as well, since they are allied with Korea. Additionally, I'm making a spy network against Egypt right now, with the hopes that potentially we'll be able to try to fight Egypt. Even if we would just win one war against them, we can use the destroyed hegemon casus belli and take a lot of land from them. In turn, hopefully being able to place a local, not a local governor, a naval governor there in order to control the wealthy Egyptian lands. Alright, let's go ahead and piece out the Eretnids here. We're going to take their capital. I saw some land here. And probably just make a new subject here with their primary culture, which I believe is Turkish. Aggressive expansion is not too bad. Very, very nice. Let's take a look here. Yeah, no one else wants to join, which makes sense. We'll be declaring war on the Eretnids yet again when our truce with them is up in 43. The longer truces are a little bit annoying, but hey, we'll get that done. Alright, let's continue our invasion of these Songan people right now. Let's go take this peace deal with Songan here. We're going to take all of their land in the next war, since we can't take all of their land anyways. And it's probably in our best interest not to fight Korea right away. Let's go ahead and take this peace deal here. Very, very good. Thank you very much, Songan. Okay, and Persia, we should be able to declare war on now, since their our truce with them is up. This is exactly also why I wanted to end that war right now. See if we can threaten war here. We'll threaten for Guam. They're gonna say no, which allows us to declare war, and we should be able to win this fairly easily as well. We may have to raise a few levies for this one, but that's okay. We have the intelligence agency policy, which are going to go for the Oprichnik, which allows us to decrease the power of the other estates in favor of the crown, which we definitely need. We're also going to start even more colonization charters, since we now have land that borders new territory in Siberia. These colonizations are rather slow because of the distance, but I mean, they will get done eventually, so you know, it is what it is. You'll see that, let's take this charter for example. You'll see that because of the distance, we are getting 5 times less migration. So there's not much way we can push much further than this. So Alaska is probably going to be the limit of how far we could even push, which makes sense. We're also going to take this nice battle here in just a moment. Oh, never mind. The enemy decided to... Wait, where are they going? Are they going to Nur? Oh dear, well let's try to retreat, and we have been pretty successful in our battles so far, killing 171,000 while only losing 66, which is honestly kind of unprecedented for Russia, so I'm happy with that result. Let's go ahead and take this favorable battle here in Rescon. Here we are, nice, 27,000 dead. We can finally go and siege down Guam, which is the actual target for us. Let's go ahead and also send some non-professional troops first, while our professional troops recover. Here we are. Let's go ahead and sue the Jalaris for white peace, allowing us to attack them in 1636, which is very nice indeed. Now we can also piece out the Persian Empire, so that we grab all of their land, and they annul their treaties with the Jalaris. So we'll be able to focus entirely on the Jalaris in the next war. We're also going to connect directly to them through our peace deal here. Very, very nice. Thank you very much. And we should suffer, yeah, pretty much no aggressive expansion. The Northern Yuan joined against me for some reason. Not sure why. We don't have to worry about it. We can also disband all of our levies here and return our troops over to the Constantinople in order to fight the Ottomans. Actually, it may even be better for us to... our subjects are over here, so we should be fine. We're also going to try to piece out Hungary as soon as we can. Alright, we got the censorship of the Opricina, which allows us to enact a form of censorship that decreases the clergy power and increases our religious influence. I think this is fine. We're probably just going to do this. Here we go. We're also going to grant our land over here to some of our subjects here. This guy should be able to control all of this land, so I'm going to grant it to them, although there is a rebellion, so we got to take care of that first. We have this diplomat there, Fyodor Moskovsky. I don't think he's actually very good because I went through the event browser, and all he does is he starts a diplomatic issue with the Great Ming, and, well, I don't know why I would want that, so instead we'll just go for a tedious desk assignment of ways because he can move us more towards individualism and outwards, which I do want. Let's go ahead and select the second option here. Let's also go over and see if there's any more land we can colonize. We can actually now finally reach the Pacific Ocean, which is very, very nice indeed. And we should be able to soon colonize much of Manchuria, as well as invade the native kingdoms there, which will not put up as much of a resistance. Okay, we may now declare war on the Ottomans. While a lot of other nations will join, these guys and these guys will pose no threat to us, while Sweden probably won't even be able to make it past this fort, since all of this land is too cold to march armies through. We should have a pretty easy time against the Ottomans here. Let's go ahead and select our war goal. Threaten war is not available here, since they'll just give us the land if threatened, so instead we'll just go right on in. We will also, in 3 years, declare war on the Jalarids. Unfortunately, I am slightly short on manpower, so we'll maybe ask the tribes are not ready to give us more manpower, but they will be in a few more years. Okay, Ottomans are destroyed just in time for us to go fight the Jalarids soon. Let's go ahead and take this very nice peace deal. We're also getting them to release our Russian slaves, which is very good. Here we are. Very nice. Our empire grows yet again. Silvas, you can have this province here if you would like. And Georgia formed, which is because of us as well. Let's also give these provinces over to our subject here. Very, very nice indeed. We should be able to declare war pretty soon on Jalarids and get most of the Middle East here, with only Persia and some of the Egyptian land left to conquer. Okay, it is now the age of absolutism. Let's go ahead and take the administrative focus, mostly because centralized government is just so good, and we're going to need that as Russia. Let's go ahead and take that. We are nearly done with our Age of Reformation advances. Actually, I could use a few more. I suppose I'll have to see what we want to get before we go to the Age of Absolutism advances. In addition, I believe, let's see, manufactories, where is it going to spawn? Sprayer? Okay, so it's in Germany, sure. So let's see, scientific revolution could spawn in Constantinople. Low chance though, but still a chance nonetheless. And military revolution probably could spawn in Moscow, so we should be good for these two. Manufactories will eventually spread, which is very nice indeed. We're also going to declare war on the Jalarids very soon as we put down this rebellion here. Now that the Colombian exchange is here, I've also taken the liberty of changing production to chili peppers in Moscow. I don't think this makes much sense. I'm pretty sure chilies don't really grow in this region, but it makes us a lot of money, so we'll be doing that. We also have chili peppers in Novgorod. I know they definitely don't grow in Novgorod. We're also planting them in Dimer because it's going to make us a lot of money. You'll see here if we open our RGO builder, the chilies are incredibly profitable, which is exactly what we're looking for here. Let's go ahead and declare war on the Jalarids as well. Currently, they're rather weak with their subjects disloyal, so we should have a fairly good time to just march our professional army inwards. Here we are. Let's go first piece out these guys over here who hold Baghdad. Unfortunately, I was unable to take Baghdad, but oh well, it's fine. Let's go ahead and take all that land here. Very good indeed. Next, the Jalarids should... well, they'll come around to it, I'm sure. It's taking them a little bit to understand that, it's probably over for them. So we'll have to try to convince them to sue for peace here. Finally, our colonization efforts have reached the Pacific Ocean here. We finally have a bit of land here that is there. We'll be continuing our colonization, but again, we probably can't go much further. Let's go ahead and continue to explore the rest of Siberia here. Where is this one? Okay, let's go ahead and explore this area here. We'll want to try to get there before the Spanish do, because I have a feeling that the Crown of Castile is going to be arriving in Siberia pretty soon if we don't try to stop them. Finally, we can go ahead and piece out the Jalarids here, which would allow us to gain all of their subjects as well, which is very, very nice indeed. Let's go ahead and take all of their land here. Very, very nice. And look at that. All of the Jalarid subjects are mine. Some of them are probably going to be a little bit disloyal, but that's okay. We can definitely handle it. Let's go and turn down our Diplo spending. And wait, are none of them disloyal? That's kind of crazy that none of them are disloyal right now. But you know what? I'll take it. If none of you guys want to be disloyal, then I'm down. Why not? We'll also probably make a subject here so that we can control this land better. Perhaps in Basra here. Where is the market center? Oh, is there no market center here? Wow, okay. Well, I guess in that case, we'll have to take Baghdad in order to get the market center. Alright, it's 1646. Let's go ahead and declare war on the Persian Empire. I don't think they will... Yeah, they won't accept the threatened war, unfortunately, but we will just go ahead and declare this war. It is also the age of absolutism now, which means that war score cost is 10% lower, which is pretty nice. Oh, it's actually 20% lower. Did they change it? Wow, I think war score efficiency might be 20% lower. That's insane. Yeah, so we should be good to try to take a lot of land here. Let's go in and take their land. Alright, we have a peace deal here that we can take. Let's go ahead and take it after increasing our Diplo reputation. Very, very nice. Even more provinces to us. We can probably create a new subject here in Isfahan in order to control the land even better. The Persians will... We'll probably have to declare a few more wars against them, but they will eventually be finished. Okay, our war against the Ottomans are going great. I think I forgot to record the part where we declared the war, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and take Baghdad here. Very, very nice. We'll probably make Baghdad into its own subject, since it is a market center after all, which is pretty useful for us. Let's go ahead and march our troops over to siege down the Eretnis a little bit as well, so that we can get them out of their alliance with Egypt. The Eretnis are ready to go. Let's go ahead and turn up our Diplo in order to sue them with peace. We're going to take Silvas and Bozok province. Very, very nice. Here we are. Thank you very much. We'll be granting those to Silvas probably. Maybe not this city, but we'll see. And we should be left with only the Ottomans. How is this province not yet done? Oh, I still need to occupy this? That's crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. I think Yemen's gonna want to get out soon as well, so we should be good. Okay, we have the patronage of Bohdan Polakasky. We can get this guy as an artist, or give him more cabinet efficiency for 10 years. I think we'll just have him as a patron of the arts. We'll go with the historical option here. Very good. The Ottomans are pretty much ready for peace. We're going to take those provinces from them, but first I'm going to have to siege down Trebizond in order to not incur as much war score cost on this province, since currently it is very costly. Let's go ahead and take this peace deal here. Very, very nice. Make sure we'll put up Diplo spending for a little bit. Here we go. Thank you very much, Ottomans. Let's go ahead and take all of this land. Very, very nice. Egypt is unfortunately going to want to coalition me, but hopefully not for long. My subject here has got a follow through on threat cost of spell eyes against these guys here. Actually a pretty good opportunity for us to go ahead and try to win against them. We can also fight these guys here and hopefully take their land as well. Let's go ahead and do the claims on. We'll just do follow through on threat and declare our war here. These guys just fought a war, I believe, so they are a bit weaker than before. We should have a relatively easy time, and we will defeat them. These guys here, how many levies do they have? A few thousand? Yeah, that's not a huge deal. I think we can definitely just get rid of them by raising a few of our own levies here. Okay, let's go ahead and peace out these guys over here. Looks like a pretty good peace deal. I think it's probably fine. Very, very good. We get a bit more land. We gotta declare war on Transoxiana pretty soon though, because otherwise they will join. The Iubians will also join, so we gotta declare war on them. Let's go ahead and take land from these guys as well. Our Wargo is really strong, so we should be able to take quite a bit here. Yeah, that looks good. I would like to get Herat, so maybe something like this. Their capital is over here, so we should be not taking that. Oh, why am I taking that province? Oh, that was why. All right. There. Now that should work. Let's go ahead and grab all of that, which should be a pretty nice peace deal for us to expand into them for, in the future as well. We can probably make a new subject around Herat as well, in order to control this land here. Let's go ahead and propose this peace deal. Very, very good. Thank you very much. We get a little bit more land here. Turn down our diplo spending, and immediately I think we'll want to declare war on Transoxiana so that we don't miss out on the opportunity of destroying them before they join the coalition, and we have to fight Hungary alongside them. They will not accept this threatened war, so we get this follow through war causes spell on them, which should be pretty nice indeed. We have the first poet event here, where this pious scholar has decided to start a Greek-Latin academy building in Moscow. We can do that. It will benefit our literacy, which honestly is probably good. We can alternatively do just innovative, which I think it's probably better just get the unique building. It sounds like a pretty good idea. Our war is also going pretty well. We just gotta siege down their buildings. I think they got a they got a stockade here, or city walls, I guess. Yeah, it's not really blocking at all. Let's just keep all the land in Asia as part of Russia. We may even put a naval governor in Japan when we potentially invade in the future. All of Japan is not that strong if we can double our professional army count. So I am inclined to maybe invade it in the future here. Alright, let's go and grab land from Transoxiana here. Very, very nice. Even more land for us, and well, more people to add to the coalition. Let's go ahead and improve relations with people so they're not so inclined to keep joining against me. I mean, we could probably win in a defensive war against all of them, but I would rather, be more chill than that. We will, however, have to declare war on all four of Transoxiana, these guys, the Persian Empire, and Ottomans, maybe even Eretnids. Now, given the fact that we just got to make sure they don't join the coalition against me either, I should be able to manage that, considering seems like I don't know what this war is. Maybe these guys are getting destroyed anyways. The Persian Empire, our truce will be up in 64, so just keep an eye out for that, I suppose. It is time for us to grab the scientific revolution. Let's go ahead and do it. Very, very good. The scientific revolution will allow us to research quite a number of things. Let's see, what am I researching right now? Okay, getting army morale, that's probably fine. Let's go ahead and go to the age of absolutism. There are a few things I do want to rush in here. First of all, an extra local governor would be insane here. I think it's somewhere in here. Yeah, absolutist ambitions, so we're definitely going to be grabbing that. Additionally, integrate area is a really strong piece of actions, which we're going to get as well. I think we'll also quickly grab national sovereignty for extra speed of integration, as well as the economic policy, which allows us to, really advance our economy here. And then finally, we will go ahead and grab the modern road, which is going to prove instrumental. Let's see, we don't get anything else that's incredibly useful, right? I guess measuring the world is another really useful one for proximity. We are going to cancel whatever research else we're doing in order to rush some of these technologies. What else are we doing? Are we doing something in the Age of Reformation? Well, I guess we're doing these. Anything else we're doing? Okay, Cannon Workshop is probably going to be useful. I'll cancel these and do them later. I do want the siege ability as well as the Spanish Squire for extra military tactic, but we're gonna rush some of the absolutism technologies first. I do also have to find a place to put the local governor, so I may consider. I mean, Korea would be best, but it will be also difficult to fight Korea. We are getting our economy up, so maybe we'll be able to do it towards the middle of this age. Okay, time for a war against the Persians again. Should be fairly easy. At this point, the Persians really do not have much on their side in order to defeat us. We can easily just march our troops in and get a nice little victory. Let's go ahead and do just that. We are also going to continue to focus on our development of the economy. Hopefully, we'll be able to grab the economic hegemon from Korea pretty soon. I mean, we are a bit far away, but we are only 400 ducats a month away from being able to do that. So, we'll try to get that done. The Persians are ready to negotiate a peace deal. Let's go ahead and take all of this land here. We are just taking land they don't really control that much, and then we'll continue to take land that they do control. Let's go ahead and grab all of this. Very, very nice. Thank you very much, Persia. We can probably also declare war on these guys very soon in order to get a nice looking border there. Let's make sure that we are attacking the Ottomans in about 3 years and these guys in about 2, I believe. Yeah. We also have the press laws here, which we're going to pick the state press only, since I want more absolutism and serfdom, as well as extra crown power here. Very, very nice. We also have an extra government reform from researching the constitution. For this, I think it may be best for us to just go for universal serfdom, given that an extra 33% crown power and more serfdom absolutism seems like a pretty nice idea. Let's go ahead and grab that. Very nice. That's our 10th government reform, given how many we get for free, which is very, very good indeed. And we should be able to surpass the Egyptians in military power pretty soon once we reach the middle of the age. We are in our war against the Ottomans and doing quite well, but we have got the court and country disaster. I was actually going for this by increasing my crown power, so we are going to, of course, try to go towards absolutism as much as I possibly can. Let's go ahead and take all the land from the Ottoman Empire here. Very, very nice. This pretty nice peace deal here. We have the Pinnacle Wife event here, where we can just get this person as a character and marry into the dynasty, I believe. I think this is fine. Why not? The religious folk are a little angry. Also, my crown power has drastically increased all the way to 41%. This is kind of the intended effect. Soon enough, we'll go ahead and try to bring in the religious even further by revoking all of their privileges. We need to have less than 12 privileges, so we'll definitely have to take away some from both the commoners and the religious. I'm thinking of maybe doing so from the wealthy as well, but the burghers are a good source of money for us, so maybe we won't. We have the Toy Army event here, where our Crown Prince, who at the age of 8 already has 100 ability somehow, wants to play with toys. That's a good idea, because it allows us to essentially make him better military, which he already is the best at. But It also means that he gets extra peasant estate satisfaction equilibrium, which is pretty useful. So let's go ahead and do that. It will cost us a bit of money, but that's okay. I've also taken the liberty of transferring a lot of my subjects to other subjects. This way, it's a little bit easier for us to manage them. And if they do escape, such as this one, we can just go and attack them and re-annex them again. So it should be good. The court and country disaster is also about to end because of our high crown power, sitting at nearly 50%, as well as our higher than 80 absolutism, and the fact that we have revoked almost every privilege from the estates. So we should be able to end this disaster in a few months. There we are. We have put an end to the hostilities between court and country. We'll go ahead and move towards centralization, which is very good indeed. Let's go ahead and do that. We should now be able to tax our people a lot more. There we go. Look at that. I think I may grant the nobles an additional privilege though, because we're unable to tax them at the highest degree. So we can probably still give them privileges in order to tax them even further. We don't need to necessarily give them 0 privileges. Let's see what would be best here. Alright, I am going to go ahead and grant the nobles elaborate court life in order to make them a bit happier so we can tax them even further. We should be, we are taxing the burghers at maximum level, so that's perfectly fine. I guess, I think everything's good. I think this should be our setup here. We do have to pay a bit for the cost of court, but we could also just easily get it from... Oh, I guess the clergy are not ready to endorse me yet. That's unfortunate. But yeah, our crown power is now 47%, which will make us much easier to make it much easier to tax our people, and we should be earning a lot more revenue this way. I just defeated the coalition against me from Egypt, Hungary, Sweden, etc. Really, all it took was just holding down the ground because they really can't attack into Russian lands, and we just gave them humiliation in order to get out of the war. Let's go ahead and threaten war on the Persians. This will be the last war of the campaign. Hopefully we will take quite a bit, and we'll end the run there. Well, not the whole run, but this video. Be sure to subscribe and like for the final part of the series. Here we are. Let's go ahead and threaten war here. We can just ask for this, which they will not accept. I still have a few mercenaries left from when I was fighting the Egyptians, so that they should do very nicely here. Let's go ahead and just go and siege them down. We should be capable of fully defeating them, even with just this army, given that all of it is professional. But I may send some more over as well. What is happening? Okay, yeah. I also have to do some more subject transfers because apparently some subjects got reclassified into fiefdoms somehow. Not sure how that happened, but since this save has been throughout 3 different game patches, I do feel it is a bit broken. But hopefully we'll be able to continue until 1836 anyways. Alright, finally, after so many years, the amazing Prince Tsar Pyhar the Great has finally rose to the throne. He gets the Great, which gives him more crown power, and he also gets friends in all places, giving more satisfaction to the commoners. As soon as he rose to the throne, immediately our income went up greatly. This is kind of to be expected, I suppose. Was it Tsar Alexander the Great? I don't remember, honestly. Either way, we have a really good Tsar now, and we're going to use this opportunity to start mass conscription in order to fight the Egyptians. Because they're in a coalition against me and will probably be for the rest of the game, we pretty much have no choice but to destroy them. So as soon as our truce with the Egyptians ends, I am going to declare war on them, and this time we will be prepared. I am going to try with this incredible prince to get about 3 times as many troops as we have currently, and go after the Egyptians, who also have a ridiculous number of professional troops. Okay, we have the Synod of Fools and Jesters. We can make Tsar Peter the Great into a sinner, but not losing any Diplo ability, or he loses 10 Diplo. I think, frankly, it may be best that, I mean, sinner is not the best trait in the world, but you know what, why not? Let's go ahead and do it. Additionally, I quickly did a bit of research. Yeah, it's Peter the Great. I didn't know it spelled like that. I don't know. Is that the Russian spelling? I suppose it's Peter the Great. I was probably confusing them for a bunch of other tsars that Russia's had. Apologies for that. But now we got it sorted out. There, we won that battle. We should be able to sue the Persians out now as well. Let's go ahead and take all of this land from them. Should be a fairly good deal. Very, very nice. We should be able to get them within a World War II now, as long as we threaten war. And here we are. Very, very good indeed. A few one nations want a coalition me, but I'm sure I can get the Yemen out or something. Let's go through this whole map once I've turned on subjects and overlords share the same color and name. Welcome back, guys. Apologies everyone for the audio issue. For some reason, throughout the video, the microphone just decided to stop functioning. I'll have it fixed for sure next time. But let's walk through the nation. Anyways, here is our proximity. You can see that we have a local governor in Novgorod, in Kiev, in Constantinople, and in Kazan, which is exerting a lot of control over our land. This is our actual control map. Kazan has been just built, so it'll take a little bit for the control to rise. But we also have control over some of the lands that don't have any proximity. This is because we have accepted a number of cultures, including the fact that we have a lot of Muscovite culture over here in the lands that we have colonized, reaching all the way to nearly the edge of Siberia, and now we're starting to colonize Alaska as well. We also took Hokkaido for ourselves, given the fact that the Japanese didn't colonize it for some reason. In addition to that, you'll see that our culture has spread pretty far in the areas where we have control, including in Constantinople, where the population is now 26% Muscovite. The Novgorodian culture is pretty much wiped out, and the Muscovite culture has taken over there. Here is our religious map mode. You'll see that we've tried to convert a lot of our subjects to Orthodoxy, and it has worked pretty well, as well as a lot of the lands that used to be Sunni Tigrinus that we have colonized are now Orthodox. Same thing goes for the land that the Ottomans took from the Byzantine Empire. We've reconverted all of it back to Orthodox as well. Here is our economies tab. You'll see that we're currently making about 3,300 ducats a month, which is not the greatest, but we are also playing very wide. So it's a little difficult to get much better, although this is helped by the fact that we have pretty high crown power from the event of court and country disaster. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, please do like and subscribe to make sure that you will catch the final part of the Russian Tsardom series. Thank you very much again for watching, and I will see you again next time. Goodbye.